I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Did I tell you about West Nyack?
West Nyack?
Yeah, West Nyack.
Oh, yeah, that was some shows you had recently, right?
Yeah. Okay.
No, we haven't talked about that. Honestly, though, you said Nyack, and there's a community college in town here called Nyack. I'm like, did you do a show at Nyack and you didn't have me?
No, that would be wild if I came to you.
To where I live.
That's the one time
you didn't even let me know.
I'm sorry, man. I got to be in and out. My bad. That would be crazy. No, I was doing a club that's in West Nyack, and
yeah.
Okay, so it's in the mall, right?
Okay,
and I had a day at this mall, so like the show was fun. The show went well and everything.
Yeah,
but I don't know what I was thinking as far as when I should get in. So in my head, I'm like, let me go ahead and get in hella early, so I don't have to worry about traffic. I don't have to worry about cutting it close, like people waiting on me or anything. So then I picked a bus that was just far too early. Like even though West Nyack is like technically, it's technically upstate-ish New York.
Okay, it's still in New York?
It's still in New York, and it's only like an hour from the city.
Okay.
So hour and a half from the city.
Gotcha.
But for whatever reason, I'm thinking like Albany in my head. Like no one. I didn't look at a map. No one told me to be this early. But I'm so early. I'm like maybe 4 hours early for the show when I get there. Right.
Oh, geez.
And so now I'm just walking around the mall because it's much bigger than I thought. I thought the thing was one floor. And then I got to the balcony and looked down, and just it was forever. Like it was like 4 floors of mall. And so they had go-karts again, right?
There we go.
And as I'm walking up, because in my head I'm like, what should I do first? Because I had my backpack with me as well, because I decided to just spend the night at the hotel they provided rather than try to figure out how to get home that late at night after the show.
Yeah,
and
that'd
so
be a whole thing.
I went ahead. I'm just walking through the mall, taking stock of like what shops they have, what food, what entertainment, like just getting a full briefing. Because for whatever reason, I didn't look any of this up ahead of time. I genuinely was like, this is all Googleable, and I was just like, nah, I'll see it when I get there.
I like that he's being like, for some reason, this is also a very Josh thing to do.
But like, maybe I just wanted to be surprised. I have no idea. So then.
I want to give myself a little treat.
Yeah, I just want to be surprised. I haven't been in a mall in so long. The last mall I was at was the one with that security guard, that whole thing that we talked about episodes ago. So
that was last year. That was last summer when you were at Acme.
Yeah, so I've not been in a mall in quite a while, and so I like malls. We've talked about this as well. I like malls.
We did a whole episode on malls. Yeah.
So this mall is really great. It really is. It's really like chock full of stuff to do on top of lots of shops, Yeah. So it's not just shopping and then I guess we'll eat at the food court and then just sit and be sick and leave.
Can you move your mic a little closer to your mouth?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. It just, you sound so like distant though still.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, there we go. There, that sounds better.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe your gain's really turned down or something.
Maybe I twisted it wrong. And so.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if the mic is facing.
Oh, you're right. You're right. 1 second. Yeah.
That's way better.
Okay. So this is good now.
Yeah, there we go. Now.
Okay. I really should have just. Should I restart the whole episode? Or?
No. That's fine. We'll leave it in.
Anyway.
You can still hear it.
So then I'm walking around the mall and I'm taking stock of what's on each floor. So that way I can just, by the time I get to the first floor, really plan out the perfect mall day, Because this mall has an AMC. It's got go-kart racing. It's got axe throwing. It's got a little like obstacle course in it. It's got VR, all this stuff. And so I mean, honestly,
this sounds like your mall, man. This actually sounds like a perfect mall for you to be in for 4 hours.
we should actually go back because it's like you would be surprised how fun it is in there. It's just I had a day anyway.
Okay, next time I'm in New York, we'll take a trip upstate.
The only thing that made the experience horrible was that I was alone because then you needed another person to do so many things.
Right.
Anyway,
Joshy the mall rat.
I get over to the go-karts, and as I'm walking up, and it says go-karts up to 50 miles per hour. Speeds up to, so they're like
inside?
Inside. Okay.
Holy shit.
I'm walking up, and let me see if I can find it. I'll send this to you right now. I didn't get a good enough one, but I took a picture. I felt bad taking a picture because I wasn't sure if this person was let me see. So I'm walking up. I'm walking up to the track, and you can hear them, like you can hear it whizzing. Like you can hear the like they sound like outside, inside, okay? Here it comes. 1 second. Okay, so you'll have to zoom in here. But I took a picture. When I'm walking up to the go-karts, there is a loud, like when I say loud, I'm talking about like you hear a crack. There's a huge crash, okay? And someone was booking it, and then they just had almost too much grip, and then they turned into a wall and they crashed. When they crashed, their helmet didn't just come off. It flew off their head and it bounced onto the track. So I thought a kid was dead.
You thought that was a head?
In my mind, like when you get hit by a car, we talked about this. When you get hit by a car, sometimes a shoe will fly off.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen someone crash and their helmet popped off. Like obviously that means the helmet just wasn't on right, but the fact that it popped off and bounced like Final Destination, I thought I was looking at a dead kid.
Man, in this track, in this picture, like it looks like a pretty small indoor go-kart track for them to be going 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, so then
that's wild.
It says
how is not everyone
up to 50 miles per hour. So like,
how is not everyone dead in here?
So when you zoom in the picture, do you see the guy standing next to the go-kart? That kid, okay. So just to paint the picture for the audience, the kid drives into the wall, right? So he takes two sharp turns, drives into the wall. His helmet flies off and bounces. And immediately, I think I was alone and I'm very embarrassed about it. But
immediately Josh starts mourning.
I gasped. Because in my head, when you see a helmet bounce on a racetrack, that's always death. You know what I mean? Because a helmet is like a wheel. Anytime you see a loose one on a track, you're like, whoever lost that needs that.
Yeah, like if it was a movie, you'd like have right before the crash, then you'd cut to just the helmet rolling in slow motion down the road, and then you'd smash cut to a funeral.
Yes.
Like that's how you would do it in a movie.
Yes. So then
it's not a good image.
So then I did a big gasp by myself. Next to what I hope wasn't his family, because there were some. I had walked up to the track at this point because you could just watch the track from the regular mall. Yeah, I mean, just from standing. So now I'm standing at the track and I'm like, and there's a woman that's like, oh my God. And then she's like covering up this little kid. So like in my head, I'm like, that's his family, you know?
Oh God.
And so he crashes and he's doing this thing where his hands are on his head, but I can't tell if it's out of embarrassment or because he hit his head so hard that the helmet flew off.
Okay, maybe he's like, I was wearing a helmet.
I was wearing a helmet, right?
Where did that? I swore I was wearing something.
So then I'm just standing there for a little while. Like everyone's just standing there for a little while, and they stop all the cars. So all the cars are like, frozen on the track. Mm-hmm. And And then the guy walks up, and the kid's like, I'm, he's talking to him, but the kid just keeps doing this, like rubbing and touching his head. And I'm like, did he hit his head? Is he still like that perplexed where the helmet went?
Mm-hmm.
And because the helmet's behind him. So basically he hit the wall, the helmet flies off his head, bounces off the wall and flies over his head behind him.
Okay.
But I think maybe he just blinked or something, and it all happened so fast. He was just like, so this is death. Because you don't need a helmet in heaven, you know?
Well, I think I just found a bumper sticker we need to make. You don't need a helmet in heaven.
And it's just an angel with a brain injury. Like,
yeah, with that, and then a sorry about your Brain King shirt, we're really leaning into head injury with our merch ideas.
And so finally, this kid, the guy's still talking to him, and I don't know if he asked him to get up or if the kid just wants to get up, but he gets up and he hops out of the car, and like an F1 race, people were like clapping. Like my man was brave. Like, you know what I mean? Like he did it. Okay.
Yeah.
And he did look like a teenager, so I'm sure he was just embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because he didn't look hurt at all.
That's the clap of like, oh, he is alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. And so after I saw the
when
crash,
a football player gets up and he's like, oh, he can walk. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He can walk. He does have the CTE, by the way.
Yeah.
The fact that he was on the ground that long means he's hurt. But he can walk.
He can walk, though.
We have to feel less bad about this now.
We don't have to worry about it right now.
Yeah.
If he couldn't walk, we're all worried right now.
Yeah. So basically, he gets up, he starts, walking to the gate, to like the holding area for people to watch. And in my head, I'm like, it almost feels like an omen. It's while I'm walking up, there's a crash.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's crashes all the time, but as soon as I saw that kid get out of the cart and walk away, I was like, I think I'm good. I think I'm not that good of a driver anyway. Like, I was really excited to do it as well. I was like fully hyped to do it.
Right.
Anyway. So I
gotta do a show later. I can't have a brain injury.
Yeah. So then I'm walking around like, okay, so go-karts is off the list. I'm a little hungry. I'm thinking this Joe's Crab Shack is going to be a great place to have lunch, Mm-hmm. And so I go on the hunt for the Joe's Crab Shack because on the mall's map, it says that it's back up where I was near the Target.
Okay.
And so on the 4th floor, so I got to go all the way back up.
The 4th floor? This is a big-ass mall.
It's a huge mall. It's
That's
so
like
big.
That's like a Mall of America, level mall, if it's got 4 floors.
Yeah, it's just not as long
big,
as Mall of America. But it is, right. Floor-wise, it's wild.
Damn.
So then I'm looking for the Joe's Crab Shack forever. I finally just give up because I just don't see it. And I'm like, well, there's this place called Red Crab. So I guess I'll just go in there. And
that sounds like the broke version of a seafood place. And I do Red Crab.
I sit down. I'm like dejected because I'm like, man, I want Joe's Crab Shack. Mm-hmm. And then a table.
Give me Red Lobster. Just give me Red Crab.
Yeah, yeah. And so then across from me, there was a family eating. And I'm sitting there for quite a while, and as I'm like ordering and everything, the family is just like, didn't this used to be Joe's Crab Shack? And the other one was like, yeah. And I was sitting there like, why didn't I realize immediately? Oh yeah, this is probably just Joe's Crab Shack was out of business, and somebody was like, I have an idea. Crabs are red.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I bought this restaurant space and they left all these crabs.
They left a bunch of crabs, a few mussels, and some scallops.
And everything's got a reddish hue to it, so we'll just do that.
I feel like this is how you start a business, with the old seafood of the last place.
Yeah.
A couple customers just gonna have to get a little sick to get the word out that we're here.
Yeah, because they'll talk about it.
Yeah. So then after that, I go to the arcade, and this is actually where it gets like very sad. So there's a Dave and Buster's in this mall. There's another arcade, I think, with another name that's like Brandish, but I don't remember what it is. And then there was just
Jesters.
Something like, it was like, it honestly, I couldn't tell you because I just kept passing it because I didn't want to go in that one. For some reason, I was just like, I don't think they have good games in there. And then I walk into the arcade that's near the comedy club, and almost everything needs two people. Like I even did the basketball one.
By myself. Just a sad montage of Josh at 2-player arcade machines.
This is what ends up happening, though. I'm like, I'm essentially like trying to do everything that I can that's solo, but I'm also the only one in the arcade, and there's only one guy working the arcade. So he's just watching me go from game to game playing by myself. like I'm I walk in and I'm like, "Hey man, so how does it work? Like, do I pay you or what?" And he's like,
first go make some friends.
yeah. First come back with people. So then I'm like, "Hey, how's it work? Do I pay you or what?" And he's like, "You can if you want, but there's a machine over there that just, it's a card that you load and stuff." And starts explaining to me. So it works just like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm like, I'm playing the basketball one where the rim just keeps like going forward and backwards. And I get in one. Like in the entire round, I get in one basket because like my aim just every time was off because I was trying to guess where the rim would go. And then every time I try to play again, it says waiting for more players, and it makes me wait for 30 seconds. Just to remind me that I'm by myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Surely no one would play this alone.
Yeah.
Let your friends tag in. Yeah.
That's why there's another basketball goal right next to this one, because it's supposed to be a competitive game. And then I did the punch. They had the punch one where you test the strength of your punch. What? That is the game.
I wasn't laughing at your description. That is seeing just someone do that by themselves with no one around them.
Yeah.
It's just
I probably
like,
look slow. Like
here's a lonely, angry man who wanted to just punch something.
It would be funny if that dude was filming me and he's just like incels day out. It's just me at the arcade. Just punching the knockout machine. I just wanted to say 999 so bad. And even though I'm getting angrier, I can't seem to punch harder.
Ooh, it's going to be hard not to title this one Incel Stay Out.
And so,
my friends didn't show up.
I'm like cranking it too. First of all, I play it. Admittedly, I play it too many times. Like I play it like I have a problem. This is my only outlet. Swipe. Oh!
Yeah, like you just came from a court hearing. Gotta go work this out right now.
Yeah, I'm furious that I won custody.
Yeah. Yeah, like the kids in the car.
Kids in the car. Bump. How do I keep still getting like halfway? I'm so mad. I should be knocking this thing through the roof. So,
Oh man.
I play it way too many times. And then there's air hockey, and I had a moment of silence for how I would have dusted your ass if you had been there. And
yeah, I mean, when you're by yourself, you can really have fantasies like that because you wouldn't have to face reality.
kid, let me tell you, all right? I would have sunned you, okay? I would have beat you so bad that I would have had to buy you the baseball cap with the fan on top. All right?
You would have played that punch machine way more times to work out the frustration from getting your ass ruined.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself, you, sir, Logan, the individual in front of me, you, yes, you.
Me, sure.
Would
Me,
have
the guy
been
who's really good at air hockey.
screaming with how much you would have been losing.
Well, I always scream when I'm victorious. Like, put my
Losing.
hands up.
Losing.
I'm not familiar with that term because it doesn't happen when I'm around you.
That's very cute, but we both know that you would have been destroyed. Anyway.
Okay. I'm just saying you were lucky you were by yourself.
Anyway.
I know you were I know you're sounding sad, but you were very lucky to be alone in this situation. Otherwise, I would have ruined your day. Continue.
You would have ruined nothing. My day would have been made from seeing the tears stream through your beard onto the wispy air of that table, watching your tears float like an air hockey puck. So then I must have been there for like an hour because
Jesus.
people finally start showing up, and it just makes it worse. Like, because before I just had to worry about the guy manning the place watching me being
Right.
like, wow, he's really by himself. And if you think it's sad to be by
He's
yourself
not happy about it.
in an arcade, like
Yeah.
the whole of an arcade just to yourself seems like a dream until you realize how many games need another person. So then the only thing,
Especially like a mall arcade, because it's not like old cabinets. It's
Yeah.
like it's those social games. It's not just like, oh, there's a
Exactly.
Galaga. It's not that. It's not like a throwback barcade kind of thing.
Exactly. And so basically, the only thing sadder than being at the arcade by yourself is reloading the card to play more games by yourself. Where you have to reload the card.
I gotta put more money on this card so I can punch this thing more.
I'm telling you, I had to reload the card 3 times because I kept running out of credits. And it feels crazy initially to be like, oh yeah, let me put $50 on this card. Because in your mind, you're like by yourself. You're like, why would I ever spend that much money? Whatever. But then you spend 10, and then you're like, you run out, but it's only been 10 minutes. So then you get another 10.
How much money did you spend it? Did you put 50 on first and then had to reload after that?
No, I kept putting too
Okay.
little.
Oh, okay. Because the way you said it, I got worried for a second that you spent like $150
No.
at this arcade by yourself.
No. I spent at first I got $10 because I also didn't know how much everything would cost. So I'm like, I might only play a couple games. Let me not put so much on this card that I have stuff left over.
Right.
So then, I did 10 and then I did 20. And then I maybe did another 10 or 20. I can't remember. But either way, once people start to show up, it gets so much worse because now people are like straight up on dates. And so now, I'm like trying to play. I'm trying to play games next to people who are like actively on a date. And they're also like teenagers too. So they're not even
if
like,
it's a date, they're kids.
they're not even like other adults, you know? And so it's just me trying to hit clowns with a ball. And then he's doing the ring toss, and she's like, "Yeah, you can do it." And then anytime I even accidentally make eye contact with them, they both look down. Like I'm like actually trying to get away from them as quick as possible, but my game is still going, and I've already swiped the card, so I'm like, oh, jeez. And there's also not a big arcade. This arcade is like 2 rooms. So then there's like
so everyone sees you at all times.
Yeah, everyone sees you the whole time. And so then I got on this motorcycle one where they don't explain the game at all. So I'm on the motorcycle and they have the throttle, but they didn't what's the thing that you grip that's like, so you have both handles, one has a throttle, and then there's a little thing that you clutch. Is it the clutch?
There's like the brake one.
The brake, okay, yeah.
One of the other, there's usually like a little clutch, like switch or whatever, but it's not like the handlebar. I think. I don't know motorcycles that well. Don't leave a comment. I don't care.
I played the entire thing without using the brakes once, so I kept crashing because I would throttle less, but that's not the same as braking. So then I was just crashing horribly, and I'm swinging because it was one of the ones you can lean with. And so I'm like swinging and crashing into stuff, and I'm getting really frustrated. And then there's just like a group of kids behind me because they're waiting to play it together. It's like it was horrible. It like
you get off and go to the punch game again. Ah!
Honestly, it was like, so then I did play the punch game after that because I was like, at least this one you're supposed to like do alone and like no one can judge you and stuff.
No, that second part's not true. That second part's not true of that game.
And so then I played that one a few too many extra times with witnesses there, and
Jesus, John.
And then it was actually kind of funny because when I started playing this other game, remember when we went to the arcade? This would have been years ago, I guess. But there was that drop game where you drop the balls into the cups and you try to get all 50 balls into the 50 cups as they rotate.
I don't know if I remember that game.
Do you remember this? It's like you hit a button and the ball drops per time you hit the button.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm playing that one. From that one, you can kind of still see the punching bag game. And this kid, I felt better about my experience playing it because even if I seem like a crazy person, this kid fully missed. I don't even know how he missed. But he reared back to swing. And like in one of those viral videos, he just fully misses.
Nice.
And then hits it with his head, so it barely goes up. Like it he got like a 7.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm not the only one who's awkward here. That's nice. You know?
I mean, he's got the excuse of being a teenager, but
whatever.
I know.
And you
at least look younger than you are too. Like, because if I was there, I think it'd be worse actually, because I look like a man in his mid-30s. So,
well, it helped that
me clearly trying to bond with my adopted son
that you somehow lost. Because if you're in there by yourself, I will say it helped that I had a lollipop.
Well, I meant me with you.
Oh,
is what I meant.
Yeah. It helped that I had a lollipop in my mouth the entire time.
You know those big ass lollies?
Nah, just a Tootsie Pop.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I love you.
But I will say, being there by myself was the first time where I was like, yeah, maybe I should start drinking. Because, it's like there's a difference between being in a bar it's a different type of sad to be at a bar at 3 p.m. on a Thursday drinking, like just day drinking. But there's like on a Thursday as well, I know that there's ESPN, but there's no sport on. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So even if you're watching the game having a beer, you're watching a game where the outcome was already determined. Like,
or I mean, baseball games will be on Thursdays and stuff too.
Oh, Thursdays during the day?
Yeah, I mean, baseball is kind of fucking all over.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah. I just imagine when I was passing the sports bar, I was just like, I've already seen this fight like 3 times. These are just highlights. Like, if I was drinking and watching this fight right now, I'd be like, maybe he'll win the third one.
There is also a difference between like just going to like, because I've done that when I'm on the road where it's like, well, I'll just go sit in this bar and like have a beer and just nurse it. There's a difference between just like sitting down to just have something to do and then drinking. Because yeah, if you're sitting there getting drunk at a mall on a Thursday afternoon, that's supremely sad. It makes sense to just sit down and have a drink.
I'm saying, how can you not when you have hours to kill? I think you'd do it by accident. I think you would sit down and be like, all right, I'll just have a drink at this bar, the sports bar. You know, I'll have like a beer. And then you get done with your beer and you realize there's still 3.5 hours until your show.
Right, yeah.
You might have one more and then now you're like, let me eat. And then you eat, but now you're like, I might as well have one more because I still have 3 hours to kill.
Right. And this is why I tend to just hang out like in the hotel room, just so I don't have to worry about any social contracts of any kind.
And so basically, by the time I wrap up, I feel like I've effectively alienated everyone in this arcade. Like, they weren't trying to be my friend, but I think I've like sufficiently made everyone uncomfortable because I did. Okay, so with the 50 balls game, I did get 48.
Nice.
And my yes at the end was a little too loud.
Before you were just kind of alone, and now you're like, yeah, you're pumped now.
I'm not pumped about being alone. I'm pumped that I got 48 out of the 50.
No, I know why you're pumped, but yeah, you're sending a lot of messages to these people.
Yeah. So then I head out. I take my tickets. I get a couple prizes, and I peace out.
What prizes did you get?
It was mostly stuff for Sally.
What?
I told the guy I had a girlfriend.
I'll tell you right now, he did not believe that at all.
So I got her.
Oh, sure. Give this to your girlfriend next time she's down from Canada.
I got her a jumping frog for her desk. So it's the one where you pop the back and it hops up. And then I got her a little parachute army man because she hadn't seen one of those before.
And she went on and tussled your hair.
And then
thank you, Joshy.
I got us a domino set so that we can play dominoes sometimes when we stay in. And I got a fake mustache for her, me, and Chance. What?
You're a huge fucking dork.
Me? What? What? What are you saying right now?
You heard me. You heard me.
What are you talking about? That's super cool.
Oh boy.
What?
Don't shake your head like this whole story hasn't been about you looking crazy.
The fake mustaches is dope. You're telling me that you don't wonder what you, Jess, and Maddie having fake mustaches would look like.
Well, I have a real mustache, so that's never really been a...
Yay for you. You didn't answer my question. If you Jess,
that
and
would be-
Maddie all had fake mustaches.
If we all had fake mustaches, would be very fun. I would not. I would not have the cost of that being an hour and a half alone in an arcade.
It wasn't
surrounded by judgmental teens.
It wasn't the cost, because I didn't even know the mustaches existed until it was time to turn my tickets in.
The thing is, you're proving my point by how defensive you're being about your fake mustaches.
I'm not being defensive. I'm surprised that this is the thing that's like breaking you.
No. This was a journey. Okay, there was an arc leading to this breaking. Okay, if you would have just said, "I went to an arcade and I won some little things," okay, yeah, because you use the credits, use the token. That's fine. I do that too. But it was the leading up to it, and then to still be like, "I'm gonna go get a bunch of toys." I have a girlfriend. This is for my girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, let the people know.
It just sounds like someone slowly making it up. Like, no, I'll get mustache. I'll get 3 because we have a dog too. We live together.
Uh-huh.
Everything's great. They're real, and he's like,
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
don't you go punch the thing one more time? This one's on me. Go ahead, buddy. How'd the shows go though?
It was good. It was good.
Good.
It was a fun time. I feel like there was one other thing that happened at the mall before, because even then, even after the arcade, I still had like 2 hours before the show.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, this has got to be what purgatory is like. Just killing time at a half-dead mall on a Thursday. Wow.
Yeah.
You wait for your show.
That's social purgatory is what that is.
Yeah.
Because you're technically out around people, but you're not around people.
Yeah, that part was rough. Yeah, that's where I ate. I played games. Oh man, it did suck. After I ate, I went back to this place that was called like Aim Point or something, and it looked like an airsoft shooting range. And it looked dope. But when I first passed it, the guy was just by himself, and I was like, let me see what else is in the mall before because I had my backpack with me. I was like, before I put my bag down and get settled somewhere, let me see if there's anything else I want to do. And then I walked to the go-karts, and then I got something to eat, and by the time I was done eating, the airsoft place was closed. So that was one big regret. Like whenever I go back to that mall, it'll be with a person and play airsoft.
Yeah, because the airsoft by yourself would have been the saddest. After spending that time in the arcade by myself, now I need to really go just shoot a gun for a while.
Yeah, you ever can't get it all out in punches? You ever want to hold the replica of a weapon of war?
Yeah. Just really think about something,
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's
Do you ever whisper names when you're looking at the target?
Jesus, with each pull of the trigger. Yeah, these situations are handled up here now.
Yeah. Just recocking it. Steven. Oh, man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And you said there was a VR place. Did you go to that? Because that's your thing.
Yeah, I got very sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it wasn't a good VR. Like, it didn't look good as far as the graphics. And you need this is the problem with a lot of VR now that tries to do an immersive experience, is that they will then, what's the best way to describe this? They will be so focused on making the backdrop look good that sometimes the depth of the things that are close to you versus far away just feels blurry, looks blurry. You know what I mean? Like there's just a thing of like something's lost in translation here to where you end up with, I understand their design and their idea, but you end up with like PS1 level graphics, and you can't do that in VR or you'll get sick.
Yeah. Like, because you don't get the proper depth of field and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so that is where I'm like, oh, this is not a fun time. Because remember when I was at the mall, I told you about when I was at the mall in Indianapolis, and there was just that lady by herself that was like, I was the only person to do the VR that day.
and you didn't know that you were seeing your future.
Jeez. I was the only person to do the VR. And I got sick at that VR because that one was just also horrible graphics. It was like that again. So
what was the experience? Like, what was it?
It was like a ship where you have
good. So you can get seasick too.
Yeah. So you have your blasters, and it's like moving you as you try to shoot the targets and stuff.
Okay.
But I think also that's another one where I know this doesn't make any sense because the headset is like on you, but I'm pretty sure if another person was there to like give you some range of where things were, you also wouldn't get as like in my opinion as like woozy as I got.
I guess what do you mean by that? If someone else is there,
so they had this thing where people could sit next to each other. They had one that was like for 2 people.
Oh, okay. So you're saying then you'd have like another person
you'd have
in
another
the experience to kind of ground you a little bit.
Yeah, to ground you, like you hear their voice and stuff. So you're not fully isolated in it. And also it looks like your arms would be touching or something. Like there'd just be one thing where it's like, okay, here's where I am.
What you're saying is it'd be nice to have human contact, is what you're saying.
Sure.
Kind of what you're saying is just human contact and human intimacy would solve a lot of the issues at this mall.
Yep. They also had a Jamba Juice. I didn't go to it because I was feeling very ill, but I love me a Jamba Juice.
Well, isn't necessarily a stellar review of this mall, but
I'm gonna go back. Like, I think that this mall, once again, this mall is dope with if you have like your friends there with you, because
if you have love in your life, it's a great mall.
Jeez. All I'm saying is that like each experience was made for more than like even the go-karts in retrospect would have been me trying to beat a bunch of 7-year-olds on the track. Like really trying to bully them with my go-kart, like push their carts out of the way and stuff, which there's some kids you're never going to catch up with because they're too light.
Right.
So then, you know, if they're going 50 miles per hour, but they're only, 80 pounds, I'm never catching up.
That, like, also, I'm just still like in an indoor track, go-karts going 50 miles an hour and then having little kids do them. Like, that is just giving a child a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which like legally you can't do.
I mean, the fact that they said up to 50 miles per hour, I didn't believe it until I saw that kid's helmet fly off.
Well, even in that picture you sent too.
Can you see the helmet in the picture? Do you see the?
I can't see the helmet, I don't think, but I just noticed like there's the sign at the bottom there, and it says wait time whatever, but it also has pro karting ages 13 plus. So it's like you have to be 13 to get on like the 50 miles an hour carts, or
I guess so.
There's another one underneath it. That
I
says
didn't
like
ask anyone anything because I was like,
because you had witnessed a death.
Yeah. So okay, real quick.
Yeah.
In the picture, if you zoom in above where it says emergency exit only, and you see that cluster in front of the wall, that's his helmet.
Oh, right above that sign?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It doesn't look like a good helmet either.
Yeah, it does look like something that would fly off your face, right? Yeah. Imagine a scared helmet. Imagine a helmet that's like, you know what? I'd rather not get hit today. And then it just leaves your head.
Yeah, when the helmet would rather not have the impact.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun. Sounds like you had a great time. Jesus. That was the saddest look off you've ever done.
What?
All right. Don't be that way. We got anything else, or do we want to do kind of a longer mailbag, or what are you thinking?
Oh, okay. There was one other thing.
Oh, okay.
So I was going in all these shops, and I wasn't even looking at the names. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is. I just want to go over how I got into this mall, because in case anyone ever needs this information. All right. So I took a bus from the city to across from the mall. So it's Lot J, across from the Palisades Mall, right? Then.
Wow, this is specific. I didn't think you're gonna.
No. But this is what's crazy. Just hear me out. This is what's insane. Okay. Where
right.
you may even just side with them. Knowing you're not going to take my side, but this was crazy. And when I talked about it at the show, it got like an applause break because everyone was so annoyed by this. Okay, so you get off at Lot J, and then you walk across. I mean, kind of. It's not a highway, but you walk across the road when you get the chance, because there's no light and there's nothing to stop a car from running you right over. But across from that lot.
Wow, I love that you're risking your life to go to this mall.
Well, the show is in the mall. I have to do the show.
Oh, that's true. That's true. The show is in the mall.
Yeah. Oh. So anyway, I cross the highway street, and I walk into the Home Depot, and I'm in the Home Depot trying to get to the rest of the mall for quite a while. I look like I should be building something with all the, because I finally just start walking down every aisle, because I'm like, it has to be one of them, right? And I'm like,
you're looking around that much, you're surely going to purchase something.
And I got my hands on my hips like a dad with a project. Like I'm so lost in how to get to the mall. And so finally, this guy stops me, and he's like, "Hey, are you all right? Can I help you find something?" And I wasn't trying to be dramatic. Like, I wasn't.
Are you all right?
I wasn't like trying to be rude or anything. But I was like, "Oh, I don't want anything from this place. I just want to get to the mall."
Did you say it that way?
Yeah. I was just.
I don't want anything from this place. Is such a great sentence to say to someone at a store.
But
I feel like everyone who's ever gone to a Spencer's Gifts could say that. Oh, I don't want anything from this place. It's just a show, kind of.
I tell him that. I'm like, I'm just trying to get to the mall. He's like, oh, and like you can see on his face that this happens like 50 times a day. So then he's like, you actually have to walk out and then walk like a few doors across.
Oh, so it doesn't have an entryway to the mall in the Home Depot.
The Home Depot,
it's just a part of the mall.
The Home Depot is somehow connected to the mall without. They just didn't find it necessary to share a single wall with the mall that they're connected to.
Yeah, no, I've had that where I've been in like a J.C. Penney because I thought it was an entrance, and I'm just like, well, I don't want to be in this J.C. Penney.
Yeah,
I was trying to get to the.
I parked here because I thought this was the north entrance to the mall. And
yes, exactly.
Anyway, so then he's like, you have to leave. You have to walk out and around and everything. I was like,
you have to leave.
God, okay. And so then I walk out of the Home Depot. I walk down a few doors, and when I walk in, it's still Home Depot. Like it's like he's actually he can actually still see me from where I've re-entered. And he's like, keep going. And I'm furious because I'm like, why? How is this my job? Just connect the Home Depot to the mall that it's connected to. And so then I walk out, and he didn't mention, which, whatever. He was already doing me a solid. But he did not mention that there's no like sidewalk or pathway to walk around and into the Target parking lot to enter the Target to enter the mall. So then I'm basically in the street. I'm like in the road, walking around the Home Depot gravel. And then a car comes, so I just jump into the Target rocks. And now I'm walking up the Target rocks to get to the parking lot to get into the Target. And this has never happened to me at Target. So, like, this is also not my fault in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, only Walmart that I know of has greeters, right?
Sure.
So, I walk into the Target and someone comes in at me way too hot. And they're like, hey, can I help you find anything? Like, I'm barely in the door. They're like, hey, can I help you find anything? And I'm like, I don't want anything from this place. I just want to get to the mall.
I don't want anything from this.
And so then their face just drops because I guess they were real hyped to make some Target sales. Their face drops and they're like, oh, yeah, it's that. Please pass electronics. I was like, oh, thank you. Right.
Wow, they dropped their customer service quick.
Our energies completely and totally changed. So mine reversed and went like upbeat, like, oh, thank you. Because I've been walking for quite a while to get to the mall. And theirs was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Which, like, you don't get paid a commission at Target.
Yeah.
I don't think. Like.
So then I'm walking and so then I walk into the mall. I see the club. I see the Dave and Buster's. I mean, all the stuff. So fast forward to like after the VR, where I'm trying to get my bearings back on the ground floor. I'm just like, this is the ground. You're right side up. It's gonna be all right, right? And I'm doing this thing where I'm just walking into each store. Yeah, I'm just walking into each store to be like, let me hit every store, you know? Maybe there'll be something.
Tell them I don't want anything from this place.
Well, then I because I'm walking in and out of each store, door to door, I'm not actually looking at what I'm walking into. So like there was this one that was like it was called Alternative, and it's like a Native American like clothing and like just like a heritage store, it seemed, right? So there was a lot of cool stuff in there, and there was a hoodie that I almost got because it zipped up across the chest instead of down, and I was like, this is how are more people not doing this? This is incredible. And then I walk out. It
also has the word. I just caught there's a pun in there because it's alternative. Native is in there.
Yeah.
I think I know that's maybe goes without saying, but I kind of was like, oh, that's actually a pretty clever name for a store like that. That's actually kind of a perfect brand.
Right. And there's a store that's also in the mall that sells a lot of what they sell, like, you know, crystals and all the stuff like that I was like, that place, I feel like that place is copping this place's style. Like, if I buy anything, it's going to be from here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so anyway, I walk out of that store and walk into a Claire's. Now, I've never been in a Claire's before. So at first I was like, these are just enamel pins. Because you know how I bought that jean jacket? So I'm like, oh, wow, look at all these pins. Then I realized they're like rings, like they're like belly button rings and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I should get out of here. That's where
little girls get their ear pierced.
Yeah, so I was like, and as I'm turning around to walk out, there's a woman that's like, can I help you? And she's all chipper, and I'm like dejected by now. I'm just like, I don't want anything from this place. And then I just sat in a massage chair till it was time to go to the show.
This is like a great story of a day where really nothing happened.
Yeah.
But a lot happened internally.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did find a little corner of purgatory for yourself.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing.
Man.
Oh, I don't want anything from this place. That's fantastic. Well, should we open up the mailbag?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to read some Apple reviews that we have there. Here's some 5-star reviews from Apple Podcasts. This one here, this is from Half Pint A9, and this one has the title Roy's Job Fair. 5-star review. I never heard Josh Johnson until I heard him on Roy Wood Jr.'s Job Fair episode Extra Cold, when he told the story about his uncle pulling up to... You've told me this story. Pulling up to Church's Chicken with his own chicken to be dropped in the grease. That is a great story. I couldn't stop laughing. I had to Google this guy to find who he was. Let me admit, his voice doesn't match his face. How does that make you feel?
I've heard it before.
Him and Logan are the perfect duo. Also, Logan's timing is always dead on. This podcast made my life perfect, even though the pandemic. And I'm also a Hot Grape Patreon tier person. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
To go from being like, I've never heard of this person, and then now you're a part of the Patreon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's very kind.
That's
Hot
fantastic.
Grape especially.
Yeah. There's many tiers, so go check out Patreon if you haven't yet. This one is from Fredo Coy, and this one is titled "Come to PDX." Love the podcast. Y'all should come do comedy in Portland. It would be amazing to see y'all live. That'd be really fun. We'd love to come to Portland. Would be awesome. But we do have, I believe, when this comes out next week, we're going to be in Phoenix together.
Yeah. So get those Phoenix tickets. They're going to be in the show notes.
It's the 15th and 16th of September is when we're there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We seem pretty sure. So we'll be in Phoenix at some point. But Portland, we'll try to find time. I've never been to Portland. I'd love to go. Have you been to Portland?
Yeah,
you have. Probably several times, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one here is from Izzy Belly H. I love this title because it just says, understandably funny. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I like it.
I see why other people.
I get why some people tolerate it. Love the podcast. Reminds me of whenever I with my mother and her siblings and the crazy stuff they say. So I'm glad we remind you of some middle-aged women. Mm-hmm. Love how Josh is naturally the calm type of crazy, and Logan sounds like he is close to calling a psych ward every time, or is just like, we need to talk. Keep it up. Thank you for that one. And this one here, we got these are some couple new ones. This one is as great as almond pumpkin spice creamer, I think is what it says. 5-star review. This is from Reina Do Toxica. When Dulce mentioned Josh had another podcast, I immediately subscribed to this one from your show you do with Dulce. I'm starting. So these reviews are all about how other Daily Show people brought people to. This one has a theme.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting from the older episodes first, and I'm certain it's helping to cure my recent crippling anxiety. Thank you both for the much-needed escape from a new virus every 30 minutes. God, that's fucking right. And whatever disturbing law my state is enforcing. Oh, and by now, you might know this, Josh, but Califia Farms makes a perfect pumpkin spice almond milk. It's not a creamer, but hopefully that still works for you. Go crazy. What an outstanding podcast. Thank you for that. And now you know a good pumpkin spice milk to get. Because that season's coming. It's about to be fall. It's about to be pumpkin coffee creamer season.
It is on the way.
It's on the way. We'll have to do something with that. Should we do some creamer tasting?
Only if you're going to take it seriously. Like I feel like if this is going to be,
what does that mean?
I feel like if this is going to be you being like, yeah, you drank it that time. You know what I mean? I feel like now
I didn't even bring it up. It was someone in the.
Now you know how delicious it is, because so many people have written in talking about like, I've either done it, I've done it too, or they've been like, hey, here's a suggestion of what you should drink, or hey, did I find the creamer? That now I think you're jealous. I think that you want
No.
some creamer in your life. I think you want pumpkin everything all the time. Thick, creamy pumpkin liquids.
I also want to be very clear. People have not been messaging and saying, I've also done it, because it's stupid. This one, too, is specifically like, hey, here's an alternative of something you should drink that's not just coffee creamer. These are people trying to help you out. These are people trying to be like, oh, this poor boy lost in this mall drinking coffee creamer. let me help him. You're
painting a fraudulent picture. All right.
Okay.
You're mixing, you're conflating two different things.
Okay. It's cute how he acts like he didn't do it, even though, it's on record.
I never said I didn't do it. I said that you're jealous.
I listen, I'm trying to support you in your passions. So that's what I was saying. We could do a sampling. I don't want to drink a whole jug. That'd be insane. But you don't
know insane until you taste a little bit, and then you know what's going to happen.
That's the craziest sentence you've ever said. You don't know insane until you've tasted a little bit.
You know what? You're going to drink some, and then you're going to apologize to me, and then you're going to beg me not to tell anybody about how wrong you were.
I would never.
Yeah,
I would never apologize to you.
Uh huh. Was there one more you wanted to read, or was that it?
I could do one more. There was another one here, kind of on theme, because I think it was also about, about Hold Up that you do with Dulce. This one's called Cackling Escapism from Purplicious 101. I don't think I've read this one. I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube and found Josh's YouTube page, and when I realized there was more podcasts to consume since I started listening to Hold Up, it has been quite a time. I started with the most recent episodes and was riding the bus and straight up choke laughing in public. Listening to this has been great for escaping from the dumpster fire of the news, and I really appreciate the content. Ooh, not sure if this has been talked about before on the podcast since I have to circle back to the older eps, but what's the worst place/time you laughed out loud?
Oh, wow. Yeah, we should do a whole episode about that.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
Give me time to think, because I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm going to think on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely have times. Not only am I a loud laugher, I'm an inappropriate laugher sometimes. So there's plenty of times when I'm the one laughing at something that no one else is.
Yeah.
Even at like comedy, where I'll laugh at like a joke that I like, but like no one else is, so everyone is just kind of looking at me.
Yeah,
and I'm no, that was a funny joke, but like no one else really got it or didn't appreciate. I like good like throwaways too.
Yeah,
but everyone kind of look at me just like, what's this guy's fucking deal? I'm just enjoying the joke. But yeah, we'll come back to that one because that's actually a great question.
Thank you so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, at Josh Johnson on Facebook. That's wrong. I'll just start again. Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, Josh J Comedy on Facebook, at Josh Johnson on Twitter, and at Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok and YouTube, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan,
you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into the mailbag, you can either leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, because we like to read those, or email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. Also, one of those reviews brought up our Patreon, Josh Johnson Show. Patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have 4 different tiers there with a variety of bonuses and different stuff going on there, and we put all that stuff in the episode bios, including links to where we're going to be doing shows. We'll be in Phoenix. Any other shows you want to plug coming up that we want to mention? Or
I think that Phoenix is the next one that's soon. Give me 1 second right here.
If you're in Minnesota, I'll be at Rochester, Minnesota, Goonies Comedy Club. It's actually the club I started comedy back. It hasn't been open for 2 years. They're having a grand reopening at a new place, and I'll actually be headlining. So if you are in Minnesota or near it, It's not too far from the Twin Cities, I don't think, if you live up there. But come on down, and then we'll be in Phoenix, and then
Yeah, come through to see Logan, and then Phoenix September 15th and the 16th. And
I'm headlining a show in Mason City, Iowa, on the 17th, but that's pretty in the middle of nowhere.
And I think that's our September right there.
Yeah, and then we have some stuff coming up in October that we'll be talking about coming up. We're going to be in a couple different places, so hopefully more and more regularly we'll be out on the road together. And we want to get to all those places where people are asking us to come. We want to hit all of them, but people need to hire us.
I'll be honest with y'all though, I've stopped getting mad at white people who just call the cops on black people for no reason. I've stopped getting upset. I've started just retaliating. Now if I see a white person doing anything I don't like or understand, which is none of my business but makes me uncomfortable, I just dial those 3 numbers. Well, I'll just be sitting in the park and just like, Yeah, 911. She kissing the dog way too hard. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is all tongue out here. You need to hurry. It doesn't look like the dog into it. Please get here quickly. I'll be at the grocery store. I'll be checking out at the grocery store. And there'll be like a white guy in front of me. But he's not buying any food from the grocery store. He getting those weird non-food items that the grocery store sells. So it'll just be like a belt and a knife. I'm like, 911, please. He looked like Dahmer to begin with. Please hurry. I don't like the way his receipt looks. I've started just calling the cops all white people who I think are called the cops on me. We just have a standoff. I'm like, well, I didn't dial first. She did, okay? Well, send one for her, send one for me, okay? They could just have a standoff. This might be too niche, but did y'all see the drama happening with the people that the movie The Blind Side is based off of? All right, if you don't know the story, I'll bring up to speed as quickly as possible. Basically, The Blind Side is a movie from 2009 where Sandra Bullock won the Oscar for playing the greatest white woman that's ever lived. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it goes Joan of Arc, Amelia Earhart, this lady, okay? And in the movie, she drives up her car to what I can only describe as the biggest black child that's ever been, all right? He is supposed to be in school, but he looked like a 43rd grader. This is the grownest looking kid I've ever seen in my life. She drives up and he's like, huh? But like, his shoulders got bigger when he turned. It was insane. And then she's like, come home with me, which historically, But then he comes home with them, and then they're like, you should play football, and he does, and then he makes it into the NFL because it turns out being big is a huge advantage. But now Michael Oher, the guy that the movie is based off of, came out and said that he saw no money from the movie based on his life, and what he actually signed when he was a kid, which is when he thought they were adopting him, what he actually signed was conservatorship so that they could get his money. I know, he thought he was getting a Disney movie, and this nigga got Britney Spears. It's absolutely horrible. And what do you do in that situation? Because it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. All the damage has been done. He may never see the money, and it's probably already been spent. You know what I mean? We can't give him his story back. We can't give him back those years he spent trusting them. I think I have a solution, though. All we gotta do is give Michael 2 free tackles. He can use them whenever he wants. I mean, the cost of the medical bills alone will be exactly the money that they stole from him. He's still a huge man. And we won't make a movie, we'll just make 2 TikToks. One for each tackle. And then at the end of the TikTok, you'll just be like, blindsided! I'll be brief because I know people are tired of talking about him. But it does feel weird that Trump is this indicted. Like, goddamn. I thought they get him for something. I think they get him for everything. As someone who doesn't like him, I thought I was following the story pretty closely. And every time he gets indicted, I'm like, oh, I didn't even know he did that one. That's crazy. This man has 91 felony charges. That's more than most gangs. That is absolutely insane. Man, they giving Trump the full nigga treatment. This is crazy. That dude must check his hands every day to make sure they're still white. Just like, how is this happening to me? And this most recent one is the wildest, you know, because if you aren't familiar in Fulton County, where Trump was most recently indicted, this is the first place where they said that they want to process him at the jailhouse instead of the courthouse. Because if they do it at the jailhouse, he'll have to do the fingerprint and he'll have to do the mugshot, which is what he's been avoiding this entire time, which is what lets me know that he's not a good businessman. He's not. Yo, if Trump got his mugshot taken and put that mugshot on a shirt, it would be the highest selling shirt of all time, okay? Forget Supreme. This would be the highest selling shirt in the history of people. First of all of his fans would buy it because they'd be like, look, free my dog Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them would buy it. And then we would also buy it. We'd be like, look at this punk ass on this shirt. Look at this goofy ass on this shirt. Struggling ass on this shirt. He could be printing money, and instead he's, whatever. What a disappointment. He'd make so much money, he'd actually be a billionaire. You know what I mean? I had like a weird memory the other week of this thing happening. I thought I'd share it with you. Like my favorite person to spend time with in the entire world when I was a little kid was my grandma. And everybody knows that was blessed enough to have grandparents. Grandparents, instant daycare. Anytime your parents got to go somewhere, you're chilling with grandparents, right? So, go everywhere my grandma went. We'd always have a good time. You know? I remember when I was 8, especially my mom was working really hard and everything. And when I was 8, went everywhere that my grandma went, which meant I was going to hella funerals. Oh, my grandmama's squad was falling off. Like it was rough. It was like 2 funerals a week. I was like, how many people do you know? This is crazy. They were dropping like flies. And that was the worst part too, is that when you go to a funeral with some of the same people every time, at a certain point you start to be like, which one of y'all is next? Like, this is getting uncomfortable. I was wearing my little suit out, okay? I remember there was one funeral in particular, one more rhythmic funerals that we had been to. Everyone sort of had this unspoken agreement that when we were doing the sort of funeral procession of viewing the body, it was like to the music, you know? You walk up, you get 8 bars to grieve, and then you move on, you know? And I remember it was my turn, which meant it was my grandma's turn. That'd be weird if I had a turn all by myself. That'd be insane. If an 8-year-old kid walks up to a casket by themselves at a funeral, they killed that person, all right? That's just an 8-year-old walking up to be like, just checking. And so I'm about to walk up with my grandma, but as we start walking, we notice that the lady that was still up there hasn't moved. So she's either still thinking or like overcome with emotion. Something's happening, right? So we just keep walking. We don't want to stop mid-aisle, and so we walk up next to her. So now it's this lady that I don't know, my grandma, and me. And I wouldn't look this up until years later because it gave me nightmares for a while, but I didn't really think to Google it yet. Apparently, long after the process has been done for a body to be presented at a funeral, there's still muscles, there's still nerves that can twitch, right? So as the three of us are standing there, the woman in the casket went. And even at 8 years old, I was like, hold it together. Hold together, stay calm. Whatever you do, stay calm. Because look, I've been going to a lot of funerals, right? But even as an 8-year-old that's going to a lot of funerals, I still haven't fully conceptualized the idea of death, but I know what it's like to ruin a party, you know what I mean? So I was like, just calm down, hold together. I'm trying to center myself. And then the woman on the other side of my grandma goes, "Wah!" And for a reason I still don't understand, my grandma turned around to the whole rest of the congregation and was like, she moved. And everybody cleared out. We all walked out together. It took so long to calm everybody down. It took so long to get people to come back inside, sit down, chill out. Because there were people outside that were like, nah, I'm not going back in there. No, ain't no reason to grieve if she risen. I ain't playing with that. Y'all can do what you want, but if she up, she up. All right. In fact, she owe me a little something, so when you get in there, tell her that I want my 15 if this was just like a weekend she was playing Bernie. We get back inside, finally calmed down, finally finishing procession, viewing the body and everything. There was this one woman. I know I saw her, but I caught her because I was sitting second row and I was looking in between two people. This woman hesitant, and she was approaching the body, just, you know. And she went, wake up. And even as they were lowering her at the cemetery and they threw the dirt on her part of me, it was like, we don't know. We have no idea. I think the other reason that I'm scared of getting older is that, like, we only really value youth, especially in America. You know, other cultures don't always have this problem, and we don't really value what comes with aging. You know, like the wisdom that you get, or the deep level of empathy, because you've now been alive long enough to make your own mistakes and have deep regrets. And so when someone does something to you, it's easier to forgive them potentially because you know what it's like to make a mistake. All that comes with getting older. All your hard work starts paying off when you get older. Everything you do today you'll see the fruits of tomorrow, you know? But we still are like, nah, I want to be young. I want to look young. I want to feel young. Act young, whatever. I think the main reason I'm scared of getting older is I finally had a bad fall, and it was like I really felt like an old motherfucker too. It was I went down, like it was terrible. I've been talking all that good shit about Joe Biden this whole time. And then I hit the ground just like him. I was like, because this is the thing, I fought the fall. Like if I had just fallen like a young man, it would have been respectable. I would have tripped, people would understand it, everything. But I fought it all the way down. At one point, I was horizontal, just grabbing stuff like, nonstop, to the point where I actually pulled stuff onto me when I landed. People who didn't know me were like, ooh, I fell so hard, I laid by help me up. I needed a second to gather myself. You know? There's a little bit more show left. And I want to thank all y'all for coming out. My name is Josh Johnson. Have a great rest of the night. I appreciate you. I've fallen down a very specific rabbit hole where basically I have been reading reviews like it's an addiction. I've been reading reviews from people from other countries,
Okay, so they don't live in the US, but they come here from all over the world. And I have been reading their reviews of having Doritos for the first time. And y'all, I think we did crack again because when they come over here, it's people from France being like, I had one, my friend offered me one, and then when I looked down, I don't know how much time had passed, but there were 6 bags on the ground. And this is my thing, like, maybe what we are doing with Doritos is bad, you know what I mean? Because when you read the back of a bag of Doritos and you look at the ingredients, they all are words longer than what should be in food. If you read the back of a bag of Doritos, it looks like the recipe for meth, right? It's just a lot of propylene glycol sounding stuff and everything. So no wonder they come from around the world. They come from Europe, Asia. They get addicted and everything. It's sad to watch. It really is, because then they're in the review, they're like, I just ate so many and I couldn't stop. And then if you're reading it as an American, you like, yeah, like this isn't exactly news or anything, you know? If anything, that's on you for getting 6 of the little bags. You should have got a family size bag. You know what I mean? If it's just you eating by yourself, you get the family size bag. It is fiscally irresponsible what you're doing right now. Just getting 6 bags of the little ones like you gonna stop or something. You can't control yourself. You're in it now. You know? And sometimes I see them. Sometimes I see them over. I'm like, you know him. You know him when you see him because you can check the fingers, right? You know? Let me see your hands. And you see the hands like addicted. What a shame. Because no other country lets their companies do to the people what we let the companies do to us as far as ingredients. Like, we're like, man, it's very good. It's so good. It is good. It's not good for you, and it does have a taste that should not be in a human mouth. And I can tell that because people who have been alive for a long time are like, I've been eating forever, and I've never eaten anything like this before. It's taken me to a place I don't know if I want to go to. And you're reading them and you're like, how is it this serious? But then you actually travel, because like I've traveled around the world and stuff, and I've been to some of these countries that talk about the Doritos, and I can tell they're going to get addicted, because when I go there and I eat their food, I'm like, yeah, y'all missing quite a few flavors. Your palate isn't ready. And you can tell that because you'll go to like the Netherlands or something like that, and they'll be like, oh no, don't eat what we make. Go to like a Turkish restaurant or something. If you eat what we make, you'll die. Like, don't do it. We make cardboard over here. Your stomach not ready for what we do over here. We just boil the water and eat it. Like, you know, but I was reading, there was one dude from Poland who was like, I don't know what to do with myself. He said, I'm reading it, I don't know what to do with myself. I've had every flavor multiple times. A friend gave me some at a party. They always started like that too. Like a friend gave me some while I was at a party. They started with that peer pressure type stuff. And that's how you can tell it's drugs for them. They're like, my friend introduced me to Doritos. I was young and innocent. Now I've been running up and down town trying different flavors and stuff. And this dude from Poland was basically, this is like on a Reddit post, and this dude was pretty much admitting that he was extending his stay in the States to spend more time with Doritos. He's like admitting to the open internet that he is overstaying his visa to eat as many Doritos as possible. He is risking ever being able to return to the country. I live in New York, and sometimes I'm walking down the street. Sometimes I walk from show to show instead of taking the train and stuff. And I was walking from one show to the other, and I was passing this bodega. And outside the bodega was a dude that was over here like, you know, just standing there, doing one of these and everything. And I don't know, I've lived in some bad neighborhoods, all right? And when you see this, you know their day isn't going well, right?
This right here, if you walk up on somebody and they're doing this, you about to be asked for a favor, right? Like, these are not the movements of someone that's just gonna wish you a good day, right? Like, you're about to hear a story when you see this. And so I'm walking by, and as I walk by, he's like, excuse me, sir. And I was like, oh, that's different. What's up? How you doing? He's like, I was just wondering if you could spare $1 or $2 so I could get something to eat in there. And then I had a $5 bill in my pocket, so I handed it to him. He's like, oh, thank you so much. To get some Doritos. It's like, I'm an enabler. Like, I've been very excited to come to Dallas and spend time with you, make you laugh and everything. I love coming here because I grew up in Louisiana, and so we would come to Dallas a lot. Yeah, didn't tell you which part. And I would visit, Dallas sometimes growing up and stuff, and the thing that we're known for in Louisiana and in Texas is just amazing food. Right? Things that will change your life, things that you won't forget, amazing meals of every type, Like, we're known in Louisiana for a lot of the Creole stuff, jambalaya and, gumbo, everything like that. And then in Texas, it's a lot of the barbecue, a lot of good meats and everything. And then you see people in other parts of the country that will start a whole restaurant pretending to do what y'all do here, right? Like pretending to be the same. And then you'll go there. You might even walk into a, real Texas barbecue restaurant in Pennsylvania. And you're nice, you're cordial, because you're good people. And you sit down and you have a couple bites, and then you're like, no. That was good. You tricked me. You got me to come in. That's good. I like what you did there. It's because you got the font right. You got the font on the... That's what got me. You got the print right on the awning. And, ooh, okay. Because this isn't Texas toast. This is fat bread. You did fat bread. You didn't do any... Oh, you won't get me again, but that's nice. That's nice. Got to give it to you. Wow. And that's the thing, is that sometimes, you have food that people really believe in, but it is bad. It's just not good. Belief doesn't make a meal, right? And especially when I look online, it feels sometimes like we're lost, And I can tell that we're lost just because of what I see happening nonstop. Also online, because you have a forum, because people can comment, I see people say some of the most beautiful things and some of the most hateful things to each other that we know people wouldn't have the courage to say in person, right? Sometimes you're in person and maybe you want to tell someone how great you think they are, but you're worried about being embarrassed, so you keep it in or you just give them a thumbs up, whatever the thing is, right? But online, if you're never going to meet this person, you can really let them have it, one way or the other, good or bad, right? And so I've seen some really hateful comments that I know people wouldn't say if they were in person with the person, right? And when it comes to cooking TikToks, I think some of this hate doesn't go far enough. I think that it's important to really let the people know. You know what I mean? Because you watching whole nasty recipes be made and then people just commenting the vomit emoji. It's like, no. We need to get into their personality. We need to get into their upbringing. We need to get into why they thought this was a good idea. Because they love to do it. They love to make nasty food and then film themselves. No shame. Film themselves making the nasty food. Food that should be illegal. The police should be kicking the door open as we speak. And not only did you not keep this a secret, you filmed it. You did an edit, and then you put it out for the world to see. You self-incriminated for no reason. And all this nasty food is somehow world famous, or it's Nana's. Stop putting bad food on your Nana. Don't do that. You know she didn't bring you up like that to be making this slop. You know that grandma is turning her grave right now, knowing that you're putting stuff like that on her name. Because then the recipes don't make sense. They're like, you could use half a cup of sugar or salt, whichever. And it's like, that's a lunatic. That's an actual terrorist right there. That's wild that you're just telling people that. Why do you believe that? It's upsetting because then, back in the day, you know, this is what I'm told by my mom. This is what I was told by my grandma. You know, back in the day, if you had a recipe that was nasty, you couldn't just broadcast it to the world like that, the way the open internet has allowed us to. You had to poison people one at a time. You had to invite them over to your home. You had to say, come on, no, let me cook for you. And then you had to sit them down. And then they had to smell what was happening and decide to stay. It was a lot that went into feeding bad food to people back in the day. And then maybe if you got famous enough, you could have a cookbook. And then one of the cookbooks, maybe you falling off and nobody knows yet because they didn't make it themselves. But now, you see people, and the videos look good. Ingredients popping up on the screen, and then they pop off, and then they're chopped, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. But then you see them take a bite of it, and you can tell it's nasty because they only take one bite, and then the video ends. They don't serve it to anybody. Because you know you've been invited to someone's house that thought they could cook but couldn't. And then you took a bite. You're a good person. So you go ahead and you take a bite, and you know when you take that first bite, okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of this. I'm gonna have to figure out a way. If there's a dog nearby, but I'm not gonna swallow. No, you're not gonna get me. You take that first bite, and they're like, how you like it? Oh, you can tell you made something nasty if somebody take a bite and then can I be excused real quick? Where's your bathroom at? They just in that bathroom sweating, just like, what am I gonna do? It's a full plate. Oh, it's really horrible what people have done to each other. You know what I mean? It's just with a straight face, too. And now you got people broadcasting. Come with me while I make my Nana's world-famous mayonnaise grapes or whatever. Like, and they don't even know there's anything wrong with it because, once again, they weren't brought up with sense. You know? The amount of times I've been brought over to someone's house, and look, if anyone goes to the trouble of cooking for me, I appreciate it. You took your money, you bought the ingredients, and maybe you messed it up, all right? Maybe that's what happened, but I still appreciate the effort, right? As long as I don't have to finish it, you know? Because the amount of times I've been invited to someone's house and been fed shepherd's pie. You can tell from your groans, like shepherd's pie is already on the line. Shepherd's pie is crip walking a tightrope of nasty, right? One false step and shepherd's pie has fallen into slop, all right? You can't just do whatever you want with shepherd's pie and make it delicious. That's not how the world works. And I have been fed shepherd's pies that make you go, maybe I don't know how to eat. Maybe I'm the one. You know what I mean? Because I'll bite into a shepherd's pie and they'd be like, what just cut my mouth? Because that's what I hate. If you invite me over, at least know you cook what you cooked. Know you can do the thing that you said you... Don't invite me over and then be like, you know, I just went ahead and threw out the cookbook on this one and just went with the flow. Not with my mouth. The amount of shepherd's pies I've had where I've been like, all right, how good of a friend are they? One time I got invited to a friend's house and he made shepherd's pie and he put he plated us, right? Gave us the bowls of shepherd's pie or whatever and then fed the dog at the same time. And the bowls looked the same, right? And so I was like, what did you do for this to look like this? There's shepherd's pie and then look, I'm gonna lose some of you, but we have to talk about it, all right? I've been invited to friends' houses before where they have served. I won't even say served. They subjected me to their version of pot pie. Pot pie is unacceptable. All right? Pot pie is absolutely insane. First of all, I knew I didn't have money growing up when my mom would take us to Walmart and we would go to the frozen section and she would grab that banquet pot pie, right? That red box of pot pie. In the only condition where a pot pie looks good is that picture. When they pull it out the oven and they do the slit and the steam coming up. And you don't even see, you see the steam and you see the crust of the pie. You don't see the slop that's happening below. You don't see the insanity that's having that hot sludge with peas and carrots and supposedly chicken. You're not seeing any of that. That's not chicken. I know chicken. Me and chickens are tight, right? I know chickens back and forth, left and right, and that is not chicken, okay? That's not chicken at all. I don't know what it is exactly, but it doesn't have the consistency. That's not chicken at all. Sitting there with a pot pie. Pot pie is disgusting, okay? I remember the first time my mama fed me a pot pie. Went, got it, put it in the oven, was telling me about it. Oh, I think you'll like it, everything. And then, she pulls it out of the oven. I remember my first bite of pot pie. I looked at my mama and said, Mama, I'm gonna work so we don't have to live like this. Mama, I'm gonna change our lives, okay? It won't be like this forever, all right? Because I know you doing your best. Pot pie, the hot sludge that is under the crust of pot pie. And then I had a friend try to argue with me about pot pie. He was like, no, the crust is the best part. Ooh, okay. Wait, if you think crust is the best part of the pot pie, I got good news for you. If you love the crust of a pot pie, I got a good word for you today. There's something called bread, all right? Oh, if you love the crust of a pot pie, wait until you meet bread. When bread comes into your life, it's gonna change. If you love the crust of a pot pie so much you're willing to endure a pot pie, then get ready to meet toast. You can have dry, crusty, delicious bread that has nothing to do with purple Greek sludge, whatever. Because that's the other thing. It's people's version of pot pie. So I've had pot pies that were just like the standard peas and carrots and chicken or a little bit of beef or whatever. But I've also had ones where they were like, I threw a little goat's cheese in there. I did. This is not up to interpretation. This thing is nasty through and through. Pot pie. Pot pie is white slave food, all right? This is the food of subjugation. This is the food of fiefdom, all right? Pot pie makes sense if this is the 1600s. We don't have to do this. We are Americans. People fly from around the world and overstay their visas to eat our cracked Doritos. I've been watching so much news, which is depressing. It's like they don't tell you about the good stuff. You gotta go find the good stuff on your own. It does feel like, I'm not gonna speak for anybody here, but it feels like, for the most part, I think I feel the way a lot of people feel, which is a sort of disillusion with some of even the the process of politics, you know, because we've become accustomed, because we have more access to information than we've ever had, and because we at least see ourselves as more discerning than we've ever been. We feel like we can tell when someone is lying, right? And we've all known and accept that politicians lie. It's to the point now where we don't even really judge who we vote for off of who lied the most. We judge it off of like how many people accidentally told the truth. You know what I mean? Like you look down the ticket and you're like, he got caught in that hot mic. I like that. That was a good one. You know, and I get it. It sucks not just to be lied to, but to. When you're lied to, you know, and when you figure it out, you see the manipulation that was at play. And if someone's trying to manipulate you, they don't respect you. They don't care about you. You know what I mean? Even when they say they're doing it for your own good, it's like some of the things, let me decide, right? So we don't like when our politicians lie to us, but I don't know if we really want them to tell the truth either. Imagine a local politician, or maybe your country's representative coming to you and just being like, no, we're it's bad. I don't think we can recover. This is beyond repair. Doesn't feel great because that sounds very true. I hope you're lying. Some people, you know, offer up the truth even when they don't need to. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's a noble thing, and sometimes it's a very dumb thing. Sometimes it's just an odd thing. Like RFK told the truth this week about... I'll back up. In New York City, in Central Park, in 2014, there was a bear that was found in Central Park. They're not native. There was a bear that was found in Central Park next to a bicycle, right? And no one understood what happened. The police looked into it. The police couldn't figure it out. The internet sleuths couldn't put anything together. It was a genuine mystery, a decades-long mystery up until this week, when RFK Jr., for no reason, told the world, y'all, that was me. That was, I did do that one. So, RFK, as he tells the story, apparently him and his friends were going falconing. I don't know what falconing is. All I know is you took the word falcon and you made it a verb, right? I don't know if falconing means you hunt falcons, or that you use falcons to hunt, or you just talk to falcons. I don't know what y'all doing out there, but you put ing behind it, so I know it involves the falcons, right? And RFK Jr. was on his way to go falconing, and he's on his way, and then he stops in the road because the person in front of him stopped because the woman in the car in front of him had hit a bear and killed it, right? And so RFK gets out and sees that she's killed this bear, and he's like, I'll take it. Which is interesting, right? That's probably one of the last things I would have guessed you'd say when you see a dead bear. And so he takes it, he puts it in his car, and then he goes falconing with his friends, and they're having a good time. I know we're talking about RFK, but for a split second, I want to focus on the woman that was driving, right? Because there are a few shocks that she had to get over within her day. One, you're driving. You're just a woman in the world living your life, and you're driving, and then something runs out on the road in front of you, and you hit it, right? And that is a car accident. Like, we can't forget, this person was in a car accident. Like, I hope she didn't have any injuries or anything, and just a near miss alone can be shocking. It can rattle you for like days or a long time. Depends on what happened. And so she hits this thing and has to get over the initial shock of almost being in what could have been a very bad car accident. And then she gets out and she's like, what did I hit? Was it a deer or something? It wasn't a deer. It was a bear, which is specific. I don't know anyone else it's happened to. And so you get out of the car and you're standing over this bear that you've just hit, and you're also, wow, I was almost in an accident, so I'm shocked, my heart is racing, it's sad, I've just killed this animal. And then RFK Jr. walks up to the other side of your car and stands over the bear with you and goes, I'll take it. Like you were selling it at a yard sale. And so RFK Jr. went falconing with his friends, and they were falconing for a while, apparently. According to him, they were having a great time. So I don't know if the birds were extra talkative that day, or I don't know what was happening. But they were like, you a falcon, you a falcon, you a falcon. And then the falcons, I guess, were like, blah, 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 like I don't know what noise they do. I don't know what they do. But you know, he's over here falconing. And then they go to dinner, right? Where I'm sure they ate a different type of meat. And he's talking to his friends because the reason he took the bear was to skin it and eat the meat, which I didn't know was an option. I didn't know that bears were running around just big ass chickens. I had no idea. And so, you know, he's talking to his friends and he's having a great time at dinner, and then he realizes, I actually have a flight. I can't keep this bear in my car. And apparently throughout the entire meal, when he's talking to his friends about the bear being in his car, no one went, what? That never happened. Didn't occur at all. And maybe that's just how they roll as friends. Maybe RFK had a bear in the back and his friend was like, I got 2 giraffes. Like, and you know what it's like when you get 2 giraffes in the back of your car and they get all knotted up and everything. You gotta take them home and then unwrap them like some headphone cords, you know? And so then RFK decides that, you know, he obviously can't keep the bear in his car, and he has a flight and everything, and I guess no one else wanted the bear. And so he went to Central Park, and as a joke, this was like a prank that he was doing, he left the bear with a bicycle that he also had to get rid of. I don't know how big his vehicle is. How big is your vehicle that you got a bear in there and you have a bicycle at the same time? So then he leaves the bear and the bicycle in Central Park and then goes and has his flight and goes wherever. And the next day, no one really got the joke. Like, no one really... The next day, everyone was mostly confused. They were like, so, did someone hit the bear with a bike? Or was the bear riding a bike and then decided to die? Like, was the bear on a bike and then was like, this ain't for me? You know what I mean? And so no one knew, no one put it together, no one solved the mystery until now, because RFK Jr. came clean. Because he was the only one that knew. The other reason that no one solved it until now is that the woman who, let's go back to her for just a quick second. I think the woman that hit the bear and then gave it to RFK or let him take it and then went about her life, you know, she also didn't come forward, because I think the next day when she turned on the news and saw the bear in Central... she had to have been like, nah. There's no way. I like to think that from her perspective, she hits the bear, RFK takes it, she goes about her life, but then the next day, she thinks that RFK thought that he needed to make it look like an accident. Like,